In today's video, we're going to talk about making money doing inspections on personal lines. That means doing home inspections. There are a lot of you who are under the impression that you cannot make money doing home inspections, and you want to come into the game and just jump completely into commercial inspections. Now that's okay if you're able to do that, and if your nerves don't get a hold to you first and you feel like you can do this and fake it until you make it, that's all great and dandy. But for those of you who actually do want to start off doing homes, or maybe have already started and you're just under the impression that you won't be able to make the right type of money, well, I'm here to tell you that that couldn't be far from the truth. Now, it all depends. Are you working with apps or are you working under an actual contract? Because that does make the difference. An app can give you money where you're traveling to do these inspections and they'll pay you $7, maybe $8 to do some outside pictures. A contract is going to probably pay you anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks to take some pictures. I've had someone tell me 12. I don't know if that's to be true because I've never worked a company that only paid me $12 to do some pictures on the outside of a home. But with that being said, I still wanted to dive into this today to kind of help you guys to kind of get a grip on exactly what to expect if you have already started but your workload hasn't started coming through yet, or those of you who haven't started and you're just wondering if you can make any money. Okay, I started off doing home inspections, and I did home inspections for a while before I even attempted to go into commercial. And I can tell you the reason why I did it for a while was because I was making a decent amount of money. All right. Now, I'm not saying that I was getting rich making money. So let me make sure I make that clear, because there are some of you who are out. Well, I'm going to say I know there are one or two out here who are under the impression that we're not making any money. And all of this is just hocus pocus. All right. So I was doing home inspections and I was making money doing home inspections, okay? I was even making a decent little taste of money when it came to doing home inspections, even if I was just driving up and taking photos. So I should have bought me a little billboard or something to use. I don't have one. Maybe somebody could donate me one in the comment section. Hit me up. Super thanks, something. Give me something. But until then, we're going to use my handy dandy little clipboard. I have my clipboard and I have a piece of paper. All right, so I'm going to scoot over so you guys can see exactly what's about to take place on this clipboard. All right, so I'm going to use my marker. Wait, first, let me put my glasses on. All right, and I hope it don't be too much light in these glasses. Let me try to set my head so we don't have too much going on. For those of you who may feel like you're in need of mentorship, I do run a 4-tier program. The first tier is a 30-minute phone call between me and you to discuss any issues or any questions that you may have pertaining to the field inspection industry. The second level, which is a 1-hour phone call, which consists of the same thing as the first one. It's just simply for those who may need a little bit more time to make sure all of their questions are answered. And then, of course, we have tier number 3, which is a 2-week program. The 2-week program actually consists of a 1-hour call each week, along with accountability emails and, of course, text messages if you feel the need to do so. Tier number 4 is a 4-week mentorship. This 4-week mentorship consists of the first 2 weeks of 1-hour phone calls, along with the last 2 weeks, which consist of Zoom calls. That's right, you'll actually be on video with me so that we can actually chit chat and see exactly how far you've made it, the different things that you have accomplished, so that we can make sure that you're on that track to success. So go ahead, make that first step. Let's get you started. So we're going to talk about this. All right. Some of you are probably making, let's say, anywhere 12. I hope nobody's making, well, you know what? They probably are, but we're going to start off with $15 an hour. Okay. So suppose you're working a 9-to-5 job, and your 9-to-5 job is paying you. Let me write all this down on my board. Y'all, if y'all can't see it, y'all make sure y'all tell me in the comment section. And next time I try to make sure that I do this a little better. Okay. So let's suppose you're making $15 an hour at your job. Okay, so I'm going to put $15 right here. Can y'all see that? $15 an hour at your job. All right, and in those 15 hours, and in that $15 an hour, you are working 8 hours. Okay, I knew I'd get that. $15 an hour for 8 hours, okay? And that's going to bring you to a total of $120 for that day before taxes, okay? So that's what you're making, $15 an hour for 8 hours a day, which is $120 for that day of work. All right. So now let's say, for instance, you are doing home inspections. So we're not going to be talking about appointments, okay? Right now we're only talking about drive-bys, mean pulling up and doing pictures on the outside of the home from anywhere from $15 to $20 per home, depending on the contract that you're working, all right? But for the sake of this video, since I said 15 right here, we're going to use $15 per home. So let's say you're doing you're going to make $15 for each house that you stop at, okay? If you do times 8 homes, okay? Can y'all see that? Times 8 homes. If you do 8 homes in that day, it still equals to $120 before taxes. So you've made a difference between $15 an hour at a 9 to 5 at $120 before taxes versus, let me put that V, versus $15 per house times 8 homes, not hours, homes, equals to $120 before taxes. All right, so what am I getting at here? What I'm getting at here is that you can spend 8 hours of your day at $15 an hour and make the same amount of money that you do for 8 homes, and those homes for drive-bys normally may not take no more than 7 minutes. All right, but for those of us who move a little slower and just take our times at locations, I'm going to say, for the sake of this video, that it takes you 10 minutes to do a house, okay? So we're going to say that we did $15 per house, all right? And each house is going to take you 10 minutes, okay? 10 minutes to do those homes. I'm not going to give you less than 10 minutes because, like I said, some people move slower. I be rolling. Okay, but there are some of you who don't roll. You move slow and you slow boogieing. Okay, so I need to make sure that I put y'all into the equation. Okay, so we're looking at $15 per house for 10 minutes each house. Okay, that's going to equal, for 8 homes, that's going to equal to 80 minutes. Okay, you see that? 80 minutes. 80 minutes equals to an hour and 20 minutes. So it will have taken you an hour and 20 minutes to do 8 homes for the same amount of money that they give you per hour at a 9 to 5 job. All right? So for those of you who probably couldn't keep up with that, I'm going to say it really quickly. Well, let me slow down. For those of you who couldn't keep up, let me slow down. Okay? $15 an hour for 8 hours a day equals $120 before taxes. $15 a house times 8 homes equals $120 before taxes. 10 minutes a house at $15 a house equals 80 minutes. 80 minutes equals to an hour and 20 minutes. So it took you an hour and 20 minutes to do 8 homes at $15 a house, which equals to $120. So you literally will have made the same amount of money in not even half the time, but a fraction of the time. And you got all the rest of your day to do what you want to do. Okay, so those of you who are not making $15 per house, you may be making $20 per house. And yeah, I know that to be a fact because I've done multitudes. $20 a house to stop and take some photos. All right? So with that being said, the price goes up. So we're not looking at 120, we're looking at 160 for 8 homes. All right? To my next point. You're not always going to have drive-by houses. You're going to do homes that are going to require actual appointments. And you have some that may not want you to go in but do a simple few little pictures on the inside, whatever they're asking, get a questionnaire actually answered, okay? Because I've done inspections where all you had to do extra outside of the outside was to actually make contact with the homeowner, have them to actually answer a few questions on some paperwork, and that one went up just for me doing that to $32, okay? So if you have a few of those, something as simple as those, mixed in with some drive-bys, okay? And you do 8 homes, that's way more than $120. You may push $200 within that hour and 20 minutes. So now we're not talking about the fact that you probably can't get your schedule right, okay? You're not getting your schedule exactly the way it should be. You are running from one side of town to the other side of town. All of that is going to play a serious role into how many you can do and how much you can get done in a short amount of time. So that requires strategy, okay? And that's a whole different ball game. But for those of you who know how to do this thing and you know how to do it right, you most definitely can make money and make the same amount of money, if not more, than you make on your 9 to 5 in a day. Some of y'all do not need to get it twisted. We are not out here playing no games. We are trying to either match what we made at our 9 to 5, or we're trying to expand higher than what we made at our 9 to 5 each and every day that we get out here and hit these streets. Okay. And I would much prefer to ride around and get something as simple as this done and be able to already know before I even leave the house that I'll be back and it won't take me long, and the rest of my day is however I have suited to get this day started for myself. So anybody who's out here down in this game and saying that we're not making the money that we claim we're making, those of you who are already in this, please drop it down in the comment section and let everybody know that we ain't playing no tricks. We ain't skipped the lumen out here. This is real. Until next time, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, and you guys need to start hitting that like button, because I see a lot of y'all watching, but y'all ain't liking. Okay, hit that like button so I know that I'm bringing you stuff that you actually can use, okay? That helps me in order to help you. Like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. You know I'll be bringing you back something later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.